I'm Scott Rubin. I am the Director of Communications for Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. And I wanted to just give you a sense of where you're going today on this journey with us and give you a little bit of an idea of why we do what we do. You probably all have talked to our colleagues in your countries, and you've heard or maybe read that we talk about always putting the users first. And that really, you'll hear throughout the day that every time we talk about something that we do, we're talking about something we've designed, something we've produced, something that we're trying, thinking always first and foremost about the people who are going to end up using this, whose lives we hope we can help improve. When we thought about today, we thought about you as our users. We thought about you and the stories that you have to tell every day about the very difficult jobs you have in an industry that keeps changing. And so everything you'll hear today, we've put on the agenda thinking about you first, thinking about what's going to be interesting, what's going to be useful. We'll give you a glimpse into how we do what we do, why we do it. We'll start with a keynote speech on innovation. And when you hear that speech, I encourage you to remember it for the rest of the day, because everything that we do will come out of the ideas that you hear in that first speech. We'll give you a glimpse into search. I mean, search was our first, and it still is our core offering to our users. But search is not a utility. It's not like electricity that people don't think about, they just plug in. Search is something for us that's very much alive. And you'll hear today why that is, why search is not something to be ignored, but something really to be celebrated. It's wondrous and exciting. And then, of course, we'll talk to you a bit about why video matters. And I know in your world, film, images, video is essential. We know that. We know when we look at YouTube as a platform where 72 hours of video are uploaded every single minute, many of those videos come into your world and may affect the way you tell the stories you tell. So we'll give you a tablet.